Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. And it's the Grizzlies to start it out. And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Edey out there with Jackson, and it's Wells in at the 3.
Yeah, the quickness of Morant makes him tough to cover. He's able to pull up on a moment's notice.
Well, Coach, one of the more electric players in the NBA, Ja Morant.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brian. High-flying, acrobatic at the rim, just a supreme athlete, and he is without a doubt one of the most exciting players this league has to offer.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
First team foul. Now at the line, Bam.
Free throw, no good for Adebayo. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Wiggins, no good. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for Memphis. Pass to Edey. From the arc. Jackson can't get it to go. And now just over a minute played here in the first. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Eric Spoelstra had a few moments to share with me. And we discussed his plan for Ja Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there. Ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. BA.
And Allie, thanks.
Not just an aggressive scorer, Morant is also a fantastic distributor.
Pass to Adebayo. Shoots over Jackson. Adebayo, no good.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Recently, player health has been the big talking point around the Memphis Grizzlies state.
Yeah, B.A., look, and it's really a shame to have such a talented, dynamic team have to deal with all those constant what-ifs and have their seasons so affected by things outside of their control. It's tough.
Here's Adebayo. Can't get it to drop.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without... Wow!
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Miami has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Hero for 3. Connects from downtown.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
So it's the Grizzlies now. From deep, Morant. Rebound, Miami. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Adebayo finds Hero. Back to Adebayo. And here's Burks. From downtown. Wiggins, no good. Here's Wells. Pass to Morant. Here's Wells. Lets it go from deep. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Wells has got 7 points in the game. On the wing, Burks. Three-pointer. Unable to get that one. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Grizzlies out in front. They're up by 3. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Memphis.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Well, Stan, in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, second-round pick, bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
On the court for Memphis, we've got Jackson. He's out there with Santi Aldama. Brandon Clark out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Pippen in at the point guard position. Here's Larson on target from range.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to.
Here's Pippen. Pass to Kennard. 5 to shoot. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Miami's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. And one thing's for sure, when Duncan Robinson is on the court, he has the greenest of green lights, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, look. He's one of the most lethal shooters around. He draws intense defensive attention. And then he's added to his game as a passer and as a guy who can take the ball to the basket.
They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
For 3, Robinson. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Aldama, the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And you have to admire the size and strength of Jackson Jr. Just fantastic work establishing himself inside and slamming it down.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Back to Robinson. The 3 is up. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis leading. Aldama in the post. Still without a bucket. And that one's good. Jaren Jackson Jr. for 3.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
The deep 3 from Hero. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Hero's got 11.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside. And great vision there to punish the double team. That was well executed.
A deep 3. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Grizzlies out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. We're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. How about Tyler Hero displaying all of his skills today?
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Bam Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Alec Burks. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the 5, down low. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
There's the block. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Wiggins from long range. Memphis with a rebound. Jackson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Outside Morant. 1:56 left in the third quarter. Off target from outside. The Heat have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Pass to Wiggins. Back to Burks. Hero for 3. That one doesn't go. He's now 5 for 9 in this one. Wells, the pass to Jackson. Puts up a 3. And it's Morant again missing. And one thing that Morant has always been elite at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter. A beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Here's Morant. What a slam by Morant.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Here's Ware. Memphis with a rebound. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
To the middle. From 11 feet away, the shot won't fall. For Memphis, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Bam Adebayo.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Aldama's checked in. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. That's good from Robinson on the assist by Mitchell. Robinson's got his first basket.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Morant, the pass to Aldama. Mitchell against Morant. Back to Aldama. Here's the 3. Drills it from deep. Aldama's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
And we've reached the end of the third. Grizzlies out in front, up by 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
It's the fourth quarter, fans.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for Memphis. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Jaren Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the small forward position. Edey, and it's Miami with a rebound. Wiggins outside. That shot missing.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Bane against Burks. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Miami ball.
Heat trail by 5. Hero with it. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
And the bounce that Morant possesses is unlike anyone else at his position.
as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
Basket is good. Foul.
And that one misses. And it's Morant with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. 3-point lead. Wells, the pass to Jackson. And there's the lob.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Edey.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat, but a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And Burks gets it to go.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
And here's Morant outside. No good there. 5 for 11 in the contest. The Heat have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Knocks it loose, and he recovers it. Hero finds Wiggins. Now here's Burks, guarded by Bane. 6 on the shot clock. Hero for 3. Memphis with a rebound. There's a minute 12 left to play in the fourth. Here's Edey, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. He was very encouraging with his guys, saying to them, we are still in this one. Don't give up right now. Get out there and let's grab this lead from them. Guys, let's see if the intensity picks up here.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And the call will be against Tyler Hero. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
55 seconds left to play in the fourth. Ja slithers his way in. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
Back to Burks. Hero for 3. The rebound by Edey.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Bane, no good. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Ware. It doesn't go for him. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
Time called here. The Heat decide to talk it over. They're behind by 5. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
An uphill battle for them. Everything has to go perfectly.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking care of business at the line. Converting on all those free throws helps them build this lead.
Memphis wins it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment. They stood tall and got the win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And we present the player of the game, Ja Morant.